Persuasion is wrong. It's unethical. It's icky. I hear some version of that every single time I bring up what I do for a living. And I think it's that single belief that keeps thousands, if not millions, of people from accomplishing their biggest, wildest hopes and dreams because at the core, they don't believe that they're a good person if somebody is convinced to work with them. So, I want to go over the ethics of persuasion and how to think about it and how to understand if what you're doing is ethical or not when it comes to persuasion, and also how to identify if somebody else is using it unethically. So, this is a really important topic. This is foundational to understanding persuasion, and this is required viewing if you're even halfway interested in this topic. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Now, in order to cover this, I like to think of this as two spectrums creating a quadrant. And the first one will be on the horizontal. So, from the left to the right side, over here is, are you trying to benefit at somebody else's expense? And helping you costs them. And there's a zero sum game, and you are the winner. Over here on the right side is everybody wins from an interaction or working together or knowing each other, whatever that dynamic looks like. You're better off afterwards, and they are better off afterwards. And in the best situations, they're better off, their family is better off, all of their clients are better off, and in this kind of infinite refractive, fractal relationship that ripples through reality through all time, not to get too woo about it, but that is absolutely possible. Now, the vertical is, what am I trying to change? Am I trying to change your behavior, or am I trying to change your beliefs? Now, of course, your behavior and beliefs are inextricably linked, and there's no way to separate them out completely. But for the purposes of understanding the landscape of persuasion, we're just going to act like they are completely different, and hopefully you'll understand why here in just a little bit. Okay, so over here, if we're trying to benefit ourselves at somebody else's expense by changing their behavior, down here is coercion. This is getting mugged. I don't care what you think, I don't care what you believe. I just want you to give me your wallet. And I'm willing to use a gun to make that happen, or a knife, or just the threat of violence, or whatever I need to do to get you to behave in a way that's going to cost you and benefit me. So that is what coercion is. Now, if I am trying to benefit myself at your expense by affecting your beliefs, that's called manipulation. And that is usually done by withholding important information, relevant information that the other person would need in order to make a fully informed decision about their relationship with you. So, lying, cheating, being a dirty, rotten scoundrel, that is what manipulation is, because it's benefiting you. Because if they knew everything they need to know, they probably wouldn't benefit you at their expense. And that is the gross, icky thing that most people think of when you say persuasion. They're really hearing manipulation in their head, and for good reason. They don't like that. So that's this side of the equation. On this side of the equation, where everybody is better off after the interaction, if we are trying to change behavior to benefit everybody, that is influence. Think if we are going to a restaurant, or we're trying to decide on a restaurant, and I'm more familiar with this city, and I know that there's a great place around the corner that isn't too loud, that is perfect for what you eat, perfect for what I eat. Great. And I don't need you to believe that this place is the best place ever. I just need you to go there so I can help change your behavior. We go to this restaurant and have a great time. Everybody has a good time, and that's why everybody benefits. So that is what influence is. Now, if I'm trying to change your beliefs about how you see the world, how you see your resources, how you see your problems, how you see yourself, your relationships, your own potential, what you're capable of, that is persuasion. Because if you can think about reality, opportunity, if you can think about yourself or even what's happened in your own past, if you can think about it in a new way, it opens up new opportunities for yourself because here's what's happened. Here's the story I've told myself about what it means. And because of that, I'm going to do this about it or not. And when you change what it means, you change what you allow yourself to do about it. You can free yourself up from those artificial limitations. And by changing your beliefs, you now can do different things, and that changes your entire life. So that's why, usually, if you are trying to help somebody make the most profound, lasting, meaningful change, you're working on their beliefs, their mindset, their mental models of how the world works, how people work, how they themselves work. And that is what persuasion is. So again, it's just 4 quadrants of, am I benefiting at somebody else's expense, or is everybody benefiting? Are we changing their behavior or beliefs? And as far up into this quadrant as you can get, you are doing the best work for the longest duration, because once somebody changes their belief now, opens up new possibilities and new benefits, and those improvements just compound on each other. And that is the most powerful way that you, as a coach, as a designer, as a employee, as a business owner, if you become more persuasive, you can help other people believe in you. You can help them believe in themselves. And that's how you're going to do the most good for the most number of people. So that's why when people say persuasion is awful, it's gross, it's morally reprehensible, they they don't believe that that is the best way to help the most people. And in my book, they are profoundly misguided and ineffective. And that means that they're not going to help as many people. That's also why I think you have a moral obligation to become more persuasive. Because if you really can make the world a better place, if you really can help people solve really tough problems, and you don't help them understand how you can help them, they're worse off because of your choice. And now you're back over on this side of the equation, and we don't want you living there. So that's why, now that you've got the map of the territory, you understand the landscape of persuasion, I would highly, highly suggest and hope for you that you become a persuasive professional. That's why I've made this whole channel, and I strongly recommend that you check out this video next.